Skinny Hardaway Southern Tea back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If this your first time, do your boy solid, man. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. I just do boxing, MMA, parlays, predictions every single day. Not just today, man. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. It's fight day, man. We got a lot of fights to run through, man. I ain't gonna waste too much of y'all time. We're gonna get into it. It's a fight card starting today. So first thing we gonna do is we gonna start with the fight card today, man. The first thing we gonna do is we gonna start with that fight card today. What's good, Ray? Shout out my girl Jazz. What's good, Jazz? Appreciate you sliding through. Y'all could tap that thumbs up for your boy, man. Tap that thumbs up for your boy. I see you in that thing, Jazz. Greatly appreciate you always. As always, Jazz, I greatly appreciate you. I see you in that thing. Love the constant support that I get from my girl. One thing I be saying is I don't be having a whole lot of people over here. But the people that I do have, over here, y'all really rock with me. Y'all consistently rock with me, and I consistently rock with y'all. Appreciate you, boo boo. Appreciate you. Diaz. What's goody, man? What's goody, man? If y'all could right now, man, could y'all tap that thumbs up for your boy? I got 3 people sitting in here right now, man. Can y'all get your boy up to 3 likes? Maybe it's more than 3 likes because I had this video sitting up here, you know, the other day, right? So maybe it's more than 3 likes in there. But I got at least 3 of y'all in here right now, man, right? So can I get all 3 of y'all to hit that thumbs up button, man? Did y'all get any ads when y'all came in? AB, the IT was good, AB. Appreciate you sliding through this thing again, man. If y'all could help get your boy right, let YouTube know they were live right now. Y'all hit that thumbs up, right? We just started this thing. Hit that thumbs up. Help us get going. hit that thumbs up. Help us get going in that algorithm, man. You know what I mean? Because YouTube don't really send out, notification spots unless people tag that like button, man. So all I ask is y'all tag that like button, man, when you roll in, right? Help your boy get going in that ad goal so we can send out all those good, those good notifications. So YouTube can send out all of those good notifications. I know it's bright and early. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you over here getting the news that you could use, right? The news that you could use. I don't know if y'all I don't know if y'all sports bettors or whatnot, right? But we about to get into some sports betting this morning. You know what I mean? We about to make it do it's against a fight card today. It's a lot of fights this weekend. You know what I mean? It's a whole lot of fights uh this weekend, man. So whole lot of money to be made, and we gonna make it do what it do. So I got 5 people in the building right now, man. Everybody hit that thumbs up. Phil, what's good, Phil? Shout out my guy, Phil. Phil, I gotta rinse you up. I say that every time, right? Because that's your second page, and your first page was rinsed up. I gotta rinse up. I gotta rinse up that page, man. But 6 people in the building right there. This shit helps my work go by fast. Yeah, AB, we about to get it done, AB, because we gonna be here for a minute, AB. We about to get it done, AB, because we gonna be here for a minute, AB. You know what I mean? And again, I'm not gonna go into every single fight in depth, right? But I am going through every single fight. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to help y'all. I'm trying to help y'all, help me. We go help one another up in this thing, right? So I got 7 people in the building right now, man. Let me get all y'all to hit that thumbs up for your boy Big Toast. Was goody. Big Toast kind of new around here, but I have seen you a couple of times. I be seeing you in the comments too, Big Toast. Shout out my guy Big Toast. Glad you finally, glad you finally, glad you finally caught alive, my brother. Glad you finally caught live, my brother. So now you get to see us, in live action, man. But yeah, man, we here again. I'm gonna go through every fight that we got today. Some of these fights today are very profitable. They are usable, right? I don't really like how we don't have a whole lot of methods right today, but we got enough fights today to where we can, you know, mash together, some of these money lines, and we could put a little bit of these fights today with the ones, tomorrow, and it's a card Saturday morning. You know what I mean? As well. So when I say it's a whole lot of action, when I say it's a whole lot of action this weekend, man, I really mean that it's a whole lot of action this weekend. And and for people like myself, right? For people like myself, we're ecstatic. We're excited. You know what I mean? Because we get to try to capitalize on such a great weekend. The first fight is going to be the zone card. It's going to be tonight, right? Going to be the zone card. It's Clarissa Shields, folks, right? It's a TWTea promotion card as well. If you guys was wondering, so it's a TWTea promotion card. These are Clarissa Shields, folks. This is the Clarissa Shields, guys. A lot of bets getting made. Yeah, AB man. Yeah, AB man. So I got my girl Jazz in the Cash App, Jazz. So everything that you see on the screen, today, Jazz, you will be in some sorts. So I'm gonna give y'all my favorite picks. You know what I mean? He said capitalize on what the odds, man, the good bets. D man, you still got I think you still got 6 left over here, right? You still got like 6 left over here. So, you good for, the day, the weekend, or however we go do it. You know what I mean? Right now. So you still got a little something over here. So I'm about to let y'all know everything that's going on. And we're gonna work out. We'll start from today. We'll start with the highlight fights from the day, and then we'll work our way down, and then we'll go to the highlight fights from Saturday. So I don't lose y'all in here, so we can keep it relative. But not just the main event fights are lucrative. a lot of fights are lucrative, right? Not just the ones that hello. Not just all these fights are lucrative, right? Not just the ones where we got heavy interest in, right? A lot of these smaller, a lot of these smaller, lower profile fights are actually where you make the bulk of your money. The higher profile fights is kind of where you know they get us a little bit. He stretched that shit like a little bit, bro. Shit, yeah, I had to stretch that. Yeah, I want stretch that. With them home runs, you don't have to bet a whole lot, but yeah, I stretched it out. You still got 6 over here. No, if you want to, you want to drop a little extra, for a little extra, you can. But as far as you getting in the game, you in the game already. You in the game, Shade in the game, Queen in the game, right? So, I can get you at least, one with one or two with what you got left over here, right? With the way that we go set it up, right? But I digress, man. I digress enough of that. Be around the bush. I want to go and get into it. So, question. I know some of y'all at work, right? But for one, just not at work. So y'all want to fight these. Y'all want to fight these blunts up now and get into the action, or y'all want to let y'all want to let the congregation, slide on in here a little bit long. Because today, we got to stretch the show out a little bit to get us going in the algorithm. So I'm most definitely gonna stretch this now just a little bit. This gonna be one of those 2-hour shows, at least, right? Hour 55 minutes, 2 hours, right under 2 hours. Y'all know how we do it. We gonna stretch it out. And if we don't get all of it, in on this show, right, we just go running back and we go do a part 2. So I just got 2 ads that came in. Good to see. Shout out my guy AB. Yeah, y'all get them ads. That's support too, right? You don't always have to donate to the channel. All those greatly appreciated. I love the super chats, right? I love the cash app, especially because we got to get a certain amount on YouTube before they pay us, right? But if you can't donate, you can always, man, just watch an ad. Watch an ad or two, right? That helps out your boy. As well, right? That's a way to help without necessarily sending money, right? My guy DS always in Australia, right? So he really can't hit the cash up enough for your boy. My boy DS be watching ads all the time, man. I greatly appreciate it, right? So if y'all can't, support monetarily, watch an ad or two. It does help, right? Even though it helps a little bit. Like donating to 10 cent, watching the ad for 10 cent, is, better than, donating nothing, right? So watch one of them things. You probably got premium. If you got YouTube premium, you're not gonna see the ads. If you got YouTube premium, then you help me, then you help the show by just being here in general, right? Because y'all not gonna get ads on YouTube premium. So y'all being here in general just helps the show, right? Y'all help add up, just being here, right? So that's for my YouTube premium. That's for my YouTube premium, folks. But man, how y'all doing this morning, man? How y'all doing this morning? Real quick, let me ask y'all before we get into it, right? I don't know if y'all checked out the video earlier. Y'all know Keyshawn and Edwin De Los Santos fight this week, right? Who y'all got in the win? Who y'all got in the win? Let me put that question up. Let me put that question up, right? And again, y'all help your boy out when y'all sliding through, passing through, making it do what it do. Whether y'all just passing through, making it do what it do, or y'all coming and y'all looking for the plays. Y'all coming, y'all looking for the plays, man. If y'all could, man, just tap the thumbs up, help me get going in the algo. Help me get going in that algo. That you got keys, I got YouTube Premium, but make sure you watch all the ads. Don't skip ads to support. Yep, YouTube Premium helps anyway. Y'all just being here. Y'all just being here helps. If y'all didn't know, the premium guys, y'all being here. Y'all bring money to the show just by having YouTube Premium and being in my chat and liking my videos and whatnot, right? So y'all are helping. If y'all thought y'all wasn't with YouTube, y'all are helping. So greatly appreciate you guys. Greatly appreciate y'all guys, man. How y'all feeling? I think they just pop up randomly now, D-Man. That was out of nowhere. Yeah, every 6 minutes. I got mine set to every 6 minutes. So if you in here for 6 minutes at a time, right? If you in here for 6 minutes at a time, you'll get an ad, man. Just watch that ad for your boy. Just watch that ad for your boy. Like for my guys at work, it's really for y'all. Like I really love having people at work come to the show, right? Because y'all are normally, the ones that that watch the ads because y'all be at work, so y'all don't always got time to go down there and hit the button and shit like that. So it helps, man. It all adds up. It all adds up. It all adds up, man. So greatly appreciate y'all folks. But here we go, man. Who y'all got? Who y'all got, man? Y'all got Key or Edwin? Who y'all got? Y'all got Key or y'all got Edwin? Let me put this in there for y'all. And there you go, man. Poll started. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling this weekend. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling this weekend. Then we go get into the other fights. Y'all vote right now. Y'all vote. If y'all in here right now, y'all drop y'all vote. If you don't know who Key or Edwin is, I don't care. Pick whichever name that you like best. If you like Key name better, pick Key name. If you like Edwin name better, pick Edwin name. But if you're in the building right now, man, y'all let me know who y'all got winning the fight this weekend. Let's get a little interaction going while we wait for people, to drop in. I know people gonna be in and out and whatnot and everything, and I greatly appreciate it. But for my folks that's here, man, let's get some, some back and forth. Y'all tell me who y'all got, and y'all make the pick at the top of the screen, right? And then y'all tell me who y'all got right now. Let's say I got what? It say I got 4 votes. So only 4 y'all voted. Right. So it's 6 y'all in here right now, 4 y'all voted. I guess that is good, right? That's good. That's pretty good numbers, right? So then I got 5 votes. I got 5 votes and 6 of y'all in here, right? So everybody in here pretty much voted, right? So D-Man said he got Key. My guy DS said he got Key. I got 5 votes, and they all are for Keyshawn right now. Right. Either A, B, easy. I don't get them. I was fucking with T. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they just. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, if y'all premium members, y'all helping too. You got Key AB. So everybody pretty much. So I got 5 people. I got 5 actives in here right now, and all my 5 actives in here right now, pretty much. Well, I got 5 votes. How many of y'all let's say in here? I can't see right now. Yep, 5 votes. 5 people in here. Everybody rolling with Key. All right, another question to y'all, right? Like, how y'all see Key winning this fight, right? I'm gonna do a family parlay too. We're gonna do a family parlay since we all sitting here. Fuck it, I'll make a family parlay for us. We're gonna use D-Man money. D-Man got $6 left over here. We're gonna make a family parlay and we gonna use D-Man money, y'all. So family parlay on D-Man this week, y'all. Family parlay on D-Man this week, y'all. Family parlay on Debo. Oh my God, Debo, D-Man this week, y'all. So boom. So what we come up with together today, right? Everybody thank D-Man because D-Man paying for it. D-Man paying for it. So everybody thank D-Man. So how y'all got it, man? Y'all see Key winning on the points, or y'all got Key winning the decision? Let me put this little groundwork on y'all. So y'all know, right? So y'all know. Get y'all to fit in with Keyshawn and Edwin. We'll start with Keyshawn and Edwin because that's the fight to be, right? That's the fight of the week. We'll start with them, right? So, Glock. I bet. So, Edwin De Los Santos is coming off of, is it heart surgery? Edwin De Los Santos is coming off, I think, what is a heart surgery, right? He's been out for about 2 years. So, he's in my hold up. So, he's coming off a surgery. Right, he's been off about 2 years, so he's gonna have the ring rust effect. Keyshawn is coming off one of his biggest knockouts. Right, Keyshawn is coming off one of his biggest knockouts. I got 6 votes. Everybody got Keyshawn. Right. So I'll say this: when I at first started earlier this week, right when I made this video about Keyshawn and Matter of fact, let me get that up too. Let me get that up so y'all can see. So I'm just be up here talking to myself. So earlier, nervous for Keyshawn, right? But the closer we get to the fight, my Keyshawn pick is starting to sit more. Will me. I'm starting to get more comfortable with Keyshawn to win the fight, right? What I'm still a little I don't know about, right, is whether I think Keyshawn is going to do it on points or he's going to do it by knockout. Now, I took points earlier this week, and that's because I respect, what De Los Santos brings to the ring. I respect his game, his power, his offense, right? His defensive skills. I do respect it, but I'm also trying to factor in the fact as I hit this blunt for a second, y'all. Hold on. I'm also trying to factor in the fact, the ring rust, the layoff. I feel crazy if I just threw. Now something tells me, right, this being a top rank, if a close fight goes to the card, then I do think Keyshawn is going to win. Right? If it's a close fight, I think Keyshawn wins it. Right? But I guess I have to ask myself, do I think Edwin De Los Santos? Do I think Edwin De Los Santos? Hold on. Do I think Edwin De Los Santos could fluster Keyshawn? Right? Do I think Edwin De Los Santos is talented enough? Yes, but I do feel like in order to beat Keyshawn, it's on top rank and doing hometown. I don't think Keyshawn goes out. I will find it hard pressed that any of these guys actually get knocked out, right? But if somebody does get knocked out, I think it will be Keyshawn knocking out Edwin De Los Santos, right? Southern T, why do you think it would be Keyshawn? Well, I think if a knockout was to happen, Keyshawn is the younger fighter, right? Keyshawn has been more active. I think their power is about what and what. In my opinion, I think their power is about what and what, right? You know, I think they could be about, but with Edwin De Los Santos, coming off the surgery, with the athletic advantage, the speed advantage, I'm going to get at the Keyshawn simply off, the fact that I think he's been more consistently in the ring, right? He said he may get a knockdown or two though. Possibility. AB possibility. There's also an option like the knockdown over and under rule, right? That's also a possibility. But Keyshawn never been knocked down. Edwin De Los Santos never been knocked down. These guys are about the same height. These guys are about the same height and the same reach. Also, Keyshawn and Keyshawn and Edwin De Los Santos, same height. Hold on, y'all. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hold on? Sound check, sound check. Okay, baby, baby. I don't know why my shit freaking out over here on my side of the screen. My shit is freaking out over here on my side of the screen. But anyway, man, I digress. I don't know what they got going on. I don't know what they got going on. But anyway, I digress. So Edwin De Los Santos never been knocked down, man. So, I'm not overly confident, with that I'm not overly confident, with the knockdown. Probably although it is some value. I think if there is a knockdown, though, it will be Keyshawn knocking De Los Santos down, given the lack of work that he's had as of late. So I am riding with Keyshawn to win this fight, right? Like earlier in this fight, on the points. The over in the half is 10.5 rounds. I think with the over being 10.5, in this boxing, shit happens all the time, right? People get knocked out late all the time. You got 2 championship level fighters. You would think that they could at least get to the 10. Keyshawn Davis' knockout is plus 170, right? It's plus 170 compared to his points being minus 125. So they're kind of about where I'm at with it. If Edwin De Los Santos was 100%, I would most definitely say this fight is going the distance, right? But because he's been out a while, do I think Keyshawn gonna knock him out? There's a chance he could knock him out, but it's Edwin De Los Santos. If Edwin De Los Santos stop, if Keyshawn Davis stop Edwin De Los Santos, that will be something. That will be one hell of an accomplishment, right? Either fighter to be knocked down is minus 125. Edwin De Los Santos to be knocked down is plus 110. So either fighter to be knocked down, AB, to answer your question, either fighter to be knocked down are the exact same odds as Keyshawn winning on the point. Let me make sound check. Okay, bet. Yeah, either fighter to be knocked down, AB, is the same as Keyshawn winning on points. And I actually think, man, that's about right. Right, that's about right, man. I got Keyshawn Davis on a point decision. Right, Keyshawn Davis is on the knockout streak, right? He's knocked out 3 of his last 4 opponents, if I'm not mistaken. He has been slumping shit lately. Do I think the question is, do I think Keyshawn will be able to put a pace on Edwin De Los Santos and get him up out of there? I think Edwin De Los Santos is dangerous enough with his own offense, right? That Keyshawn won't be able to stop him. Southern T, what you mean? All right, this is what I mean. Now, even if Keyshawn is getting off on Edwin De Los Santos, right? I believe Edwin De Los Santos is smart enough. He hits hard enough. He's accurate enough on slot to make Keyshawn back up off him. Right? Get up off me and him to where Keyshawn won't be able to put him out. Right? I think he got just enough get back in him to where Keyshawn won't be able to put him out. The thing is, Edwin De Los Santos being out for a year, how is he going to? So if the fight goes how I think it is, I think Edwin De Los Santos gives Keyshawn a little resistance. I think 100% Edwin De Los Santos would probably be a much, much bigger problem for Keyshawn. But I think right now, he gives Keyshawn enough resistance to where maybe Keyshawn can't knock him out. Right? Keyshawn Davis decision is minus 125, right? And that's what I'm working with, just like I was earlier this week. So that pick from earlier this week is still stands, man. I got Davis decision, right, in that fight over Edwin De Los Santos. Maybe you want to play, the knockdown prop, which is minus 125 as well. but I think Keyshawn gets a point decision. If Keyshawn knocks out Edwin De Los Santos, man, that would be major, right? That would be major. I don't think it happens, right? But would I be shocked if it was happening? Vote who y'all think gonna win this week, Keyshawn or Edwin? The chat, matter of fact, I'm ending it, so y'all gotta catch the next vote. I'm ending that one. So the first fight, man, the chat, we came up with Keyshawn, right? So Keyshawn, Davis, we're gonna put Keyshawn Davis for the family bet, right? Everybody that's in here, I told y'all we making the family bet. So we on the family bet. Family bet on D man. We spending D man money on the family bet this week, right? So the first bet that's going in the family parlay, y'all, that you in, if you in here right now, you in the family parlay, right? So the first bet is knockout, nothing like money. Let's go. Yo, sound check, sound check, sound check, sound check. Yeah, man, I'm on the old laptop. I'm gonna keep the sound going so y'all, so I can hear what's going on. I broke the new laptop. I bet. So I'm gonna let that thing. I'm gonna let that thing run in the back so I can hear myself, so I can see what I sound like. But I digress. I digress. So for the family parlay, right? We spending D man money, right? For the family parlay, we spending D man money. We not gonna put points in there. We not gonna put a knockout in there because we want um a win, right? We want to get a win. So this thing gonna be about 10-6-50. You know what I mean? But we just need him to get through there. You know what I mean? So that's the beauty of it. Right. So the first fight in the family parlay is I'm finna end it. So one person came in and said, no. So we do got one no. Right. So we do got one no. So Keyshawn, he said, I just get out of ones. Nah, you gonna pay for it for us, D man, and then we not gonna split it with you at all. Right. So we got 7 votes. The family, Keyshawn Davis is the first pick in the family parlay. So let's lock it in. All right. The next fight we gonna look at. So we got Kelvin to give y'all a little. Matter of fact, we got to try to do something with this sound. Right out, right back in, out, right back in. Don't try to go no goddamn way. Right. I bet. I bet. So the first the first bet in the family parlay that D-Man paying for but not getting none of the money is Keyshawn Davis to bring this back up, right? So y'all see that y'all voted for Keyshawn. I like Keyshawn, so we all in agreement that Keyshawn wins tomorrow, right? We're all in agreement that Keyshawn wins tomorrow, right? Now let's go to Kelvin Davis and Nair Albright. We gonna start with Nair Albright. I'm gonna give y'all a little rundown on Nair Albright, so y'all familiar with Kelvin Davis, but Nair Albright also fought Keyshawn Davis. Y'all remember that? Nair Albright fought Keyshawn Davis. That's the feat, right? He got suspended for the weed did Keyshawn that fight when he fought Nair. Nair Woo Albright. Nair 5'8", 70-inch arm reach. Right, his last fight was Keyshawn Davis. He has not fought in about 2 years. Right, his last fight was Keyshawn. He hadn't fought in about 2 years since then. Right, from Philly, if I am mistaken. Right, so his last fight was in 2023. Right, last fight was in 2020, October 2023. Right, he had a no contest against Keyshawn Davis. And the no contest was because Keyshawn, was smoking weed. Before that, he beat Falco and he beat Carlos Baradaris by a majority decision. Right. He also fought Jermaine Ortiz, didn't Nair Albright, right? So he's fought Jermaine Ortiz. You may remember he's fought Keyshawn Davis himself, Albright. Albright pretty much beats Albright pretty much beats everybody that's not considered, big time. Right? It's not that's not a high level fighter. Right? Albright is like that. He's like that second level of fighter. Like no disrespect, right? I mean, like he's a he, he's a good fighter. He may not necessarily be able to beat the elites, the best of the best, but anything StreamYard not letting me be great, man. StreamYard not letting me be great. So, we just gonna rock it like this, right? StreamYard not letting me be great, so we just gonna rock it like this. Actually, we gonna try one more time. Fuck them. I ain't gonna let them stop my show. But look though. So Albright in this fight like that, very similar for you, just range against Kelvin, right? Not again, Albright lost to Jermaine Ortiz, and he got a loss down here. He got a majority decision loss in his debut, right? So pretty much he was undefeated, yo, until Jermaine Ortiz in 2022. He fought Jermaine Ortiz in 2022, and Jermaine Ortiz beat him. He also fought Keyshawn, stopped him. Ortiz not really, a guy who really just stops people, although he can, but he's more of a boxer, right? Keyshawn does have stopping ability, but at that point, I think Keyshawn was coming into his, his power. I am expecting Kelvin Davis, right? I am expecting Kelvin Davis to go to distance with Nair Albright. I'm expecting Nair Albright to give him some resistance. It's going to be a boxing match, right? We're going to see how good of a boxer Kelvin Davis is. We're going to see how good of a boxer Nair Albright is in this fight. I'm going with Kelvin Davis, right? So what I need y'all to do right now is chat is telling me who y'all got in this fight, right? All right, 29 years old, right? So he's in his prime, 5'8", 70-inch arm reach, 16-2, and 1 with a no contest against Keyshawn. Kelvin Davis, 15-0, but Kelvin Davis has 3 inches in height on him, and Kelvin Davis has 3 inches in arm reach on him. So Kelvin Davis has the longer arms, and Kelvin Davis to win this fight. And I like, the money line with Kelvin Davis at minus 200, right? Not, that's pretty good fight value. You know what I mean, with Kelvin. So that'll be worth some nice money, D-man. We gonna put money line in here though. Kelvin Davis knockout D-man is plus 300. D-man. Oh, yeah. I don't know about knockout though. Man, that because I'll be putting it yeah, I think it's doing that because I'll be putting the box rec up there. So I'm only bring the box rec up when we talking about the fight in particular, right? But yeah. Uh I think Kelvin Davis. I think if there was to be a knockout, right, it will be Kelvin, right? So I am leaning, Kelvin to win for sure. I mean, I'm taking Kelvin to win for sure, right? So how many we got? 6 votes. How many votes we got? How many? Ray, appreciate you. Hold on, all right. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you, Ray, in that cash out. Shout out my guy, Ray Buck. He said, I love this show. This is for you, not to bet. Cause I showed like when Ray sent me cash out, I just be thinking he be trying to get in on the play. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you, Ray. Appreciate you. But yeah, man, Kelvin Davis for the win. Kelvin Davis money line, right? I think is good enough to where we don't gotta take the method in the family joint, right? So we go take Keyshawn Davis. We go take Kelvin Davis, right? On the money line. So we got 7 votes in there. So let's end. So let's cut it off. So Kelvin Davis swept his fight. 84% of y'all think Keyshawn was going to win. 100% of y'all think that Kelvin going to win, right? So we go lock up Kelvin and we go lock up Keyshawn. We go lock up both of those, right? So we go put both of those in the family parlay that D-Man paying for. That D-Man paying for and not getting none of the winnings from. Right? So we got Kelvin Davis and we got Keyshawn Davis. Quintal Nakatani before we keep going up to Saturday. So we got Keyshawn. Right? So we got Keyshawn and we got Kelvin. Right? 7 votes apiece. All right. Boom. So we at minus 137 with that, right? Right. So we at minus 137 for both Davis brothers. Both Davis brothers. Right. And that's the family chat. We voted on this in here. We voted in this on here, right? All right. So do y'all remember? Let's go to. I'm trying to match odds with fighters that I think that you guys are familiar with. Right? You guys actually it may be that time just to start. Well, y'all know Tyler Johnson, y'all know Troy Isley, y'all know those guys. Johnson and this thing gonna have to be about maybe 10 fights long. Then we going straight money lines. But y'all know Tiger Johnson, y'all know Troy Isley, right? Y'all do know Tiger Johnson and Troy Isley. Right? Troy Isley 14-0, Tiger Johnson 15-0. If you don't, We about to find out. So let me bring this up and let's go and get this thing in before it kick me out, right? Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Rather you just sliding through, making it do what it do. Right? So we got Troy Isley, the Transformer, 14 and 0, 5 KOs, 5'10 with a 69-inch. Right? Born in Virginia, raised in DC, is Troy Isley. Right? I'm gonna bring it back up. I had to get right, had to get right. Born in Virginia, raised in DC, right? He just beat Tyler Howard in his last fight, beat Javier Martinez before that, right? Troy Isley, 14 wins, 5 KO. He's my bad. But yeah, Troy Isley is gonna be giving up a lot of side. Yeah, I like the sneak live, Jack. Yeah, appreciate you, DS. Troy Isley gonna be giving up a lot of size. God damn. At the house either, by the way. I ain't at the house either, by the way, man. I ain't at the house either. I'm on the road. I'm on the road. But I digress. I digress. Troy Isaac giving up. Troy Isaac giving up a fair amount of right to his opponent. Giving up a fair amount of size to his opponent. Right. Does it worry me? Just a little bit. Right. You know, the guy he's fighting. The guy he's fighting he's a veteran. Right. So he's not a guy that I think is going to get flustered. I think Troy is a good fighter. Troy is going all the rounds, right? Um, Troy is defensively sound. Troy does slow down later on in fights ever so slightly. He's still defensively sound, but he slows down ever so slightly, right? On the back end of these fights. Luckily enough, I think his opponent is going slow down too. Right. But I do think Troy is going to have an arm reach. You know what I mean? He's giving up 10 inches in arm reach, right? So it's, you know, he gonna have to work his way around it. But I think he's talented enough to do it. I was talking about Nair Albright, right? Not being, with the head move. Troy Asley is comfortable doing it. Troy Asley is comfortable fighting. On the back foot. So he is giving up 10 inches in arm reach in this fight. Troy Isley, fighting a veteran with knockout power, right? 16 wins, 12 wins. But I think Troy Isley is good at neutralizing guys' power, good at his body work. So I got Troy Isley to win it. At this point, we just taking Troy Isley on the points every time, right? Because he hasn't shown to be that knockout guy, 14 fights, 5 KOs. He looked like he should be knocking everybody out, but don't really get a whole lot of knockouts, right? Troy Isley, the good goddamn fighter. And the fact that the guy got 10 inches in arm reach on him. So I think that would lean me more towards Troy Isley, not getting the knockout. But you have to figure out, how to get around all that length and whatnot. So I think Troy Isley wins this fight. I think Troy Isley wins this fight, points decision. So family. How do y'all feel about Troy Isley points decision? He's fighting. Let me check real quick. The guy that he's fighting has never been knocked out, if I'm not mistaken. Right, he has one loss. Right, never been stopped. Now he hasn't been in with the best competition. He lost his last fight, Borrego 8, which gives me. He hasn't fought extended years ago, so the trajectory is different, right? So I got Troy Isley. Troy Isley knockout is plus 200, right? I didn't I didn't learn my lesson with betting on Troy Isley by KO. The over in this fight is 8.5. This fight either. I'm thinking Troy Isley points decision. Would y'all what y'all think about over 8.5 rounds? Family. Matter of fact, let's just go Troy Isley on the money line. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. We're gonna keep it sweet. Troy Isley on the money line ain't worth shit. Right? Troy Isley on the money line ain't worth shit. Right? So let's go to Delonte Tiger Johnson. We'll take Troy though. Troy gonna win for sure. We ain't gonna worry about. He said not by KO. You thinking points, D man? Like official bet points like the. I just threw the money line in there and said to hell with it right now. Right. For the official bet. Right, but I'm thinking points too. Yeah, I slip. Right, I'm gonna probably take a points decision on my slip. Troy's going to win though, right? And I'm thinking Troy's going to win on a point. But in that fight slip, we'll just throw him money line in there, right? Let's keep it moving. Yeah, we gonna throw Troy Isley on the line. I think that guy. I think the guy will do good for like the first maybe 4 to 5 rounds. But I think eventually he's going to slow down a lot more than Troy Isley, right? I think he'll slow down a lot more than Troy Isley, and Troy Isley will be able to work his game. I'm a little nervous about the points, right? Because I think this guy is maybe old enough to where, Troy Isley may be able to get him with the body work. But he never been stopped, right? So, Troy Isley points is what I'm leaning, right? But we'll just go Troy with the line on this, right? We'll just go Troy with the line right now. Right? We'll just go Troy with the line. Y'all do your boy solid. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, whether you just passing through, making him do what he do, right? So we'll just throw Troy on the line. I told this fight parlay gonna be about 10 fights long because we're gonna take straight money lines, right? I'm not gonna veer off the plan. We're gonna go straight money lines, right? Straight money lines. Straight for the family. No points, no nothing. We want no bullshit. We just need our fighter to win. Short, easy, sweet, right? So Troy Isley, family, for the win. We got Delonte Tiger Johnson taking on Jelison Buchaka. I think that's how you say his name. Bochika. Bochachika. Bochachika. Boca Chica. Boca Chica, right? We got Tiger Johnson versus Boca Chica. And just to give you a little feeling on Boca Chica, I'm probably saying his name wrong. That's Puerto Rican, right? I think I'm saying it right. Boca Chica. Boca Chica is the guy that knocked down Brian Norman Jr. Boca Chica is the guy that just fought the brother from Houston, Quinn Randall, right? So Quinn Randall just outboxed Boy Chica. Boy, this is the guy where everybody looked at Brian Boy Chica. Boca Chica. Boca Chica, right? But this is the guy that knocked down Brian Norman Jr., right? This is the guy that just lost to Quinn, right? Where he's pretty good. Like he's like the best regional scene fighter. But when he steps up against the elites or when he steps up, with the guys at the top level, he tends to come up short, right? But Boca Chica got his name from knocking down Brian Norman Jr. This is the guy that almost got Brian Norman Jr. out of there before the head clash, right? So this is the guy that almost got Brian Norman Jr. out of there. He did lose his fight after that to Quinn Randall, another guy that I know, right? Quinn Randall is from Texas. He got started in boxing a little late, went to jail first, something like that. He was homeless, right? He just beat Boca Chica in a fight where I thought Boca Chica was a good underdog, so I did bet on Boca Chica his last fight against Quinn Randall, and he got outboxed by Quinn Randall. Him getting outboxed by Quinn Randall, right? Now, Randall is tough, right? But him getting outboxed by Quinn Randall leads me to believe that Tiger Johnson probably is going to stop him, right? Tiger Johnson is a better version of Quinn Randall. I think he has more power than Quinn Randall, right? I think he's growing into his body. I think he's a better technical boxer than Quinn Randall, and Quinn Randall was able to outbox Boca Chica, right? So I have Tiger Johnson winning this fight, and I actually think that Tiger Johnson is going to stop Boca Chica. Tiger Johnson is at plus 250, right? His knockouts at plus 250, decision at minus 220. I think the books are maybe thinking that Boca Chica will be able to make Tiger Johnson uncomfortable, which is going to lead to a points decision. But I'm actually thinking, because I saw him get outboxed by Quinn Randall, I think Tiger Johnson is going to outbox him early and stop him late, right? So I do got Tiger Johnson money line early, like I told you. And for my prop on this, man, I'm going Tiger with the KO, man. Tiger, TKO, KO. I'm going Tiger KO. He's at plus 250. I'm gonna be playing that for sure. Right there, KO. But for the family parlay, right? For the family joint that D-Man go pay for, and we not gonna split the profit with him, right? We go take Tiger Johnson on the money line. But I think Tiger Johnson stops him late. Right. So I had to drop that one in there. Like I did the Keyshawn. Keyshawn on points is minus 125. Tiger Johnson. I got Tiger Johnson money line, and I got Tiger Johnson for the knockout at plus 250. Right. Troy Isley. I am thinking Troy Isley wins on points. Right. But not overly confident in that one right there. I'm confident Troy Isley wins. Not really confident in how he wins, right? 'Cause I think there is a chance that he may have to stop Brody if Brody come in there, you know, firing. But I do like Tiger Johnson on the KO, but we gonna take Tiger Johnson on the money line, family. So we only gonna do money line, family, right? So we got Keyshawn Davis, Kelvin Davis, Troy Isley, and Tiger Johnson so far, y'all. And that got us into the plus money realm right there. That got us to plus 103. So now we're in the plus money. Now we working, right? So now our money's starting to double up, right? Now we doubling up the money right now, right? Now we getting to the fun part. Right. Now we getting to the fun part. Now we doubling up the bread. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Eric Sandino is on that card, right? I think Eric Sandino wins. His odds are terrible. He don't have a method, right? But Eric Sandino is going to win too. So Sandino for the win. I told you I'm only going to depth in the ones that we go use, right? Or the fights that we go actually use. Keon Davis, right? Keyshawn Davis and Kelvin Davis, little brothers on this card as well. He's going to win, right? But the odds are terrible on that, right? So we really can't use that either, right? So Sandino is going to win and Keon Davis is going to win, right? But the odds are terrible on that. So we really can't use that, right? They really don't do us too much good right now. Right. They really don't do us too much good right now. My bad, my bad. I'm multitasking. My bad, my bad, my bad. I'm back now. All right. So uh yeah, so I got Keon Davis when I got Sandino winning, but we're not gonna put them in here, right? Because they are like minus 5,000 and minus 4,000. It don't really do us, don't really do us no good at all, right? We got some more fights on the card. We got Emilio Moreno versus Eric Bone. Eric Bone is like a regional scene dude, not really that good. Moreno is going to beat him. Emiliano Moreno, he's minus 1,400, right? We got Michael Angeletti versus Eros Correa. I like Michael Angeletti, rate him pretty high. His odds are minus 900, right? Can't really do a whole lot with it. We got a Pro Box card the same day, right? Juan Carlos Bargos, he fought Keyshawn Davis as well. He's fighting on Pro Box Saturday, right? He's fighting Justin Pilato. Justin Pilato is probably going to knock him out, right? The odds not great on that. We got Abdullah Mason fighting on that card as well. So let's talk about Abdullah Mason. Right now, Abdullah Mason's odds are minus 2,500. Terrible fucking odds, right? Terrible fucking odds. What rounder is Abdullah Mason's fight? He's fighting Jeremiah Nakatila, right? That's a former Shakur Stevenson opponent, Jeremiah Nakatila. I'm pretty sure is older than a bitch at this point, right? Because he was about 30 something when he fought Shakur, right? And that was at least, man, what, 5 or 6 years ago, right? He's ranked number 40, right? So, another Abdullah Mason going to beat him, right? He one knockout has been stopped twice. 35 years old, right? He is now. He just won by knockout in the first round, won by knockout in the sixth round, went the distance of 23. So he got knocked out by Raymond Murtala, got knocked out by Ernesto Mercado, and then he went back home. Right, he's had 1, 2 America to fight Abdullah Mason, which means he's going to get knocked the fuck out. Right, so he been knocked out. He's back to America as of he's knocked out against Abdullah Mason. But the question is, right? That's the question. That would be the question for that fight because we can't really use Abdullah Mason because his odds are terrible. Right, Abdullah Mason gonna win by knockout. I would say maybe the third or the fourth round. 1 and 2 is plus 200. 3 and 4 is plus 200 as well. Ernesto Mercado knocked him out in the second round, so I would guess 1 through 2. Abdullah Mason. I want to see Abdullah Mason getting there with somebody he not just go sweep under the floor and knock out. He may be fighting Keyshawn next. So that's most definitely gonna be one of those jumps where he's not gonna be able to get in there and sweep the floor and knock somebody. Matter of fact, I got another question for y'all real quick since we on it. This Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn thing. This is a real thing. The press conference happened yesterday. I don't know if y'all watched the press conference, but things got a little heated between Abdullah Mason and Keyshawn Davis at their press conference, right? While y'all here, like not really in the Keyshawn Davis versus Abdullah Mason fight because it's probably gonna be a real thing. I've been saying right for like the last 3 or 4 fights, man. Abdullah Mason pretty much gonna be all these dudes. It's time that he's getting there with somebody on the high level just because his talent is so high. He's gonna hurt one of these dudes. He's gonna kill one of these dudes getting in there chance against Abdullah Mason at a certain level. I think he gonna get in there. He gonna knock Jeremiah Nakatila block off. I think at a point in time, maybe Nakatila stood a shot, right? At present time, Nakatila go get smoked. He gonna put his up. You can pack his ass up at this point. I just think shit. He gonna knock him out in the first or second round, right? So Abdullah Mason maybe 1 through 2 KO. I think if you can give Abdullah Mason KO, that's to the bank. You can't miss that. But I would say maybe 3, 4. Ernesto got him. I know Keisha. I know Abdullah Mason them are aware of that, right? I'm pretty sure they want to put his ass out of there in 1 or 2, right? So I'm gonna say Abdullah Mason round 1 or round 2 KO, right? If you got knocked out by Ernesto Mercado 2 years ago in the second round, it can only get worse for you fighting. You know what I mean? Abdullah Mason, right? At least that's how I'm looking at it, right? But Paul, man, future fight. Future fight. Let me put that up there. Who wins? I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. Who wins? Keyshawn or Mason? I'm gonna put that poll in there, right? We gonna work with this. I'm gonna put that poll in there. Let's see what y'all think, right? But I digress. So yeah, Abdullah Mason win KO probably 1 through 2. We're not gonna put Abdullah Mason in here, right? His odds don't really do us no good. Unless y'all want to just throw him in there for fun. But his odds don't really, do us no good, right? But we'll put Abdullah Mason in there because we'll keep it fun, right? Abdullah Mason, that's a fan favorite. We'll throw the fan favorite in there just for the hell of it, right? Matter of fact, let's go Abdullah Mason under 3.5, right? So I said the fight is going to end in the first, second, third, or fourth. The over and under is 3.5. What y'all think about under 3.5? He's not getting past 4 rounds. Under 3.5 means, right? If he make it 3 rounds, we still good as long as Abdullah Mason knocks him out halfway through that 4th round. So the fight can make it to the 4th round as long as Keisha a first round knockout, a second round knockout, a third round knockout, all will be good. We'll win our bet for under 3.5. A 4th round knockout in the first minute will be good. A 4th round knockout in the first minute and 30 seconds will be good. A late 4th round knockout, we will lose the bet. Under 3.5 rounds, meaning it can go 3.5 rounds, but we need Keyshawn to knock him out before it goes further than 3.5 rounds. I'm thinking that is the best play for Abdullah Mason. I think we're gonna actually put that in the family giant, man. That's the one. That's the one, y'all. Abdullah Mason under 3.5. All right, so I got a poll up, man. I want y'all to answer that poll. Y'all scared of that poll question? I got 7 people in here, right? I got 7 people in here. Y'all scared of that poll question? And who wins in the future fight? Keyshawn Abdullah Mason. I got 1 vote, and I just pressured y'all into that vote when I started talking because I ain't had that 1 vote before I started talking, man. Who wins the fight? Abdullah or Keyshawn? But I'm gonna keep going. So we gonna drop that Abdullah Mason under 3.5 in the chat because I like that. That play suffices, right? So we're gonna go Mason under 3.5 rounds. That's perfect. That's the perfect bet right there. And we get good odds on that. And we get even odds on that, y'all. Parlay booster Abdullah Mason. Let's get the job done. So Abdullah Mason will bring the value in our family parlay. So the bread is on Abdullah, man. Let's get it done. So we got 5 fight picks in here right now, y'all. We got Keyshawn Davis, money line, which we voted on, right? We got Troy Isley and Tiger Johnson, money line, right? Troy Isley and Tiger Johnson are going to be in. I think, given the fight style that Tiger Johnson is probably going to knock his opponent out. With Troy Isley, I'm not really sure how he's going to get it done. Maybe it's knockout, maybe it's points. I'm leaning points, but the guy he's fighting got 10 inches of arm reach on him, so I'm interested to see what Troy Isley looks like. Right. So now I got 4 votes. We got 25% Keyshawn, 75% Abdullah Mason. Oh shit. Oh shit. The poll in there right now. The poll in there right now. Keyshawn and Abdul. I just put that up. I just put that one up there. I just put that one up there. I just put that one up. Yeah. We have 4 votes though. There, okay. Y'all, so y'all thinking Mason right now. Well, I'm gonna leave that up there the whole stream. I'm gonna leave that up there the whole stream. I'm gonna let people come in, drop in and out, and tell me their thoughts on it. As they come in and out. Because that fight probably gonna happen next. Let's see. I'm gonna run that poll question fight day too. I'm gonna run that fight day too, you know. But I digress, right? So we gonna take Abdullah Mason under 3.5 rounds for his fight versus Jeremiah Nakatila, right? Abdullah Mason under 3.5 rounds. So if you following through chat, I got Davis points in the chat. Let me put Kelvin Davis money line in there too. Right, things that I like. And actually, I do think Keyshawn gonna win on the points, right? But I don't want to confuse nobody, right? So I'm gonna take that one out of the chat, and I'm gonna drop Davis money line in there, right? Because I want y'all to stay with me. I want y'all to stay with me. I want y'all to be exactly where I'm at with it. Nowhere different, right? Nowhere different, right? So we got Davis on the money line, Keyshawn Davis on the money line, Kelvin Davis on the money line, Troy Isley on the money line, Delonte Tiger Johnson on the money line. And we said we're going to keep all of these things money line, but for value, right? But for value, to give our parlay some juice, right? To give it that juice, we going to take Abdullah Mason's fight to go under 3.5 rounds. Now, I explained it. I explained it again real quick. What under 3.5 rounds means, right? We need Abdullah Mason to knock out Nakatila in less than 4 rounds. If we actually make it to the 4th round, we still good. As long as Abdullah Mason knocks him out before half of that round goes by. So we got 4.5 rounds, right? To get Nakatila up out of there. So it could go a full 3 rounds and it can get to the 4th round. It can't go past half the 4th round, right? 3 4 rounds and a half, right? So by the 4th round, halfway through there, Abdullah Mason has to knock him out. And I like that because I think Abdullah Mason is going to knock him out somewhere between 1 and 4. If we could get Abdullah Mason knocked out between 1 and 4, that would be beautiful. But of course, they're not going to put that on there because they know everybody in the world would take Abdullah Mason 1 through 4, right? So we can't get Abdullah Mason 1 through 4. We can get 1 through 2 or 3 through 4. So I think the best bet is Abdullah Mason under 3.5 rounds because that fight don't go past 4 rounds. I don't think. If it does, Abdullah Mason did something wrong, and he got some questions to answer as to why he couldn't get a 35-year-old Nakatila up out of there. And I know Shakur did not knock Nakatila out, but Nakatila wasn't 35 when Shakur fought him. He was about 28, 29, right? Nakatila got stopped by Ernesto in the 2nd round. Nakatila got stopped by Keyshawn, right? Nakatila got stopped by Ernesto in the 2nd round. He got stopped by Maritala in the 2nd round. If this man make it past 3.5 rounds with Abdullah Mason, something went completely wrong. So I feel extremely comfortable putting Abdullah Mason to win this fight at under 3.5 rounds, right? So Abdullah Mason under 3.5. I digress. That's a lot. We putting that in the family parlay as well, right? So you got Mason under 3.5 rounds. I did drop Tiger money line in there. We got Kelvin Davis and we got Keyshawn. Let me just put Troy Isley uh in here. We're gonna put money line first. The one you see first is the one that's in the family parlay, right? But I do think Isley wins on the points, right? And we doing Saturday card first, and then we go work our way to the card today, right? But yeah, Abdullah Mason under 3.5 for the breed. All right. And I think we got that card pretty much wrapped up. Not gonna put Angelady or none of them under there. Nope. And we at plus 281 right now. Right? We at plus 281 right now. Appreciate that feel. Appreciate that feel. You should, I sure was writing my ass off already, so let me appreciate that feel. All right. Let's go. I still need to drop it in the yellow though. Right? Nah, I feel got it. Phil got it. All right, let's go. We done with that card. Right, we done with that one. So that's the Saturday, John. So that's the Saturday, John. Why ain't this joint loading? I bet. So we got Fabio Worley Saturday. We got Callum Simpson. Y'all don't be knowing these UK dudes. Y'all don't be knowing these UK dudes, huh? Y'all don't be knowing these UK dudes. Let me put that in there. Let me put that in there. Troy T. Roy. T. Roy. That should be looking wrong when it's caps like that. Appreciate you, boss. Appreciate you, boss. All right. So let's go. I'm trying to go relevant. I pretty much after that. I don't think y'all know that. But I don't think y'all know nobody else. I'm calling y'all casuals, right? I'm calling y'all casuals and shit, right? Because I don't think y'all know nobody else. That would probably be as far as the joint as I think y'all know. Y'all know who Nakatani is. J. Opatal, Nakatani. Y'all know who those guys is. Y'all know Junta Nakatani, and do y'all know J. Opatal? I had the sound check. Do y'all know? Phil say yeah. Do y'all know Nakatani? And do y'all know J. Opatal? They fight Sunday, right? So we working our way. We working our way down. We working our way from the bottom up, pretty much. Is what we doing. Opatal is kind of like Abdullah Mason, right? To the point that where hold on. My bad. Opatal is kind of like Abdullah Mason to the point where, he be knocking shit out. I'm expecting him to get a knockout a lot earlier rather than later. Jay Opatal, right? I'm expecting him to get a knockout a lot earlier rather than later, right? So his odds is like minus 6,000 for him to win. It's Jay Opatal, right? So this family bet is going to run through Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning. Saturday night, Sunday morning, right? Nakatani, I think, wins, right, by knockout. Juntao Nakatani. This is the guy they saying that may be fighting anyway. I low-key don't think that anyway is going to fight him, right? Not because, you know, I don't think he can win. I think because it's a tough fight for him. A lot bigger than him, a lot longer than him. It'll be a tough fight for him anyway, right? This probably be anyway's hardest fight without moving up. Some people feel like anyway is moving up to run away from him, but stay in a spot safe enough to where he don't gotta move up too high to fight, the good people at the higher division, right? Some people feel like that. He moved up a little bit to get away from Nakatani, but not far enough to where he had to fight like, Raymond Ford and guys like that and shit like that. But I'm not one of those people, but it's out there. Juntao Nakatani should win his fight fairly easy too, right? He should win his fight fairly easy too. His knockout props not up yet. At least not on DraftKings. They're probably gonna put it up probably tomorrow. They're being dickheads right now. So Juntao Nakatani is going to win. His money line is minus 1,000. Right? Terrible money line. It's a terrible money line, right? But Nakatani is going to win. It's going to be a knockout. Right? So Nakatani on the line and Nakatani knockout. Right? But I think his knockout is minus 155. Right? I saw that on FanDuel. Right? Let me double check to make sure. Jay Gia, what's good, man? We getting together. We getting together for actually today and tomorrow and Sunday. We getting together. We starting with the highlight fights, and then we gonna work our way to today. It's called Franchon Cruz DeJong fight today. Franchon Cruz fight today. That's the highlight fight today, right? Franchon Cruz DeJong is the big name on the card today. Clarissa Shields, them folks fight today, and Franchon signed to Clarissa Shields. But I digress. Let's see what that KO prop is for y'all. Yep, minus 150. Juntao Nakatani minus 150 on the KO. Right? But for our family parlay, right, we just gonna slide that money line in there, right? We just gonna slide the money line in there. And they get us to plus 319. Right? We got Keyshawn Davis, Kelvin Davis, Troy Isley, Delonte Tiger Johnson, Abdullah Mason, and Jeremiah Nakatila under 3.5 rounds, meaning Abdullah Mason needs to knock him out before 4.5 rounds. Right? Basically, it say 3.5, but really it's 4. It can get to the fourth round as long as you knock him out before half the fourth round, right? So we need Mason under 3.5, and we got Juntao Nakatani. Right? Now, Jay Opatal, maybe y'all familiar with him, maybe y'all not, right? Juntao Nakatani, hell of a fighter. Jay Opatal, hell of a fighter. Jay Opatal's money line is minus 8,000. Jay Opatal's knockout is minus 2,500. So they're expecting Jay Opatal to slaughter him. His over and under is 2.5 rounds. Right? 2.5 rounds. This fight, I'm not messing with it all. Maybe it's a knockdown prop, no knockdown prop. Fight not to go distance is 3,000. TWTea 1-3. TWTea 1-3 is minus 150. I think that's the best move. TWTea to get the knockout between the first round and the third round. I think that's the one for TWTea right now. We're not gonna put that in the family parlay. Or how y'all feel about it? Y'all confident? I'm confident enough, but I'm most definitely gonna make it on my own. I already, got my mind made up on it. But I'm trying to see. I may not put that in the family parlay because I know y'all not really big on TWTea like that, right? No, y'all not really big on TWTea like that. 27-0 though. He was 24-5 as an amateur, so he been winning a long time. Right? 6'2", 76-inch arm reach. Just knocked out David Nakia in the fourth round, which was pretty impressive. Knocked out Jack Massey in the sixth. Went 12 with Breeders. Him and Breeders always go 12. Right? This guy is 17. Knocked out Estrada in the second. Went 10 with who the fuck is this guy? Had a 8-rounder, 6-rounder, 2. The last guy he fought was 16-18. He won the UD before that versus a guy 17-2. And he barely won 96-93. Yeah, TWTea rounds 1-3 knockout for sure. Right? We're not gonna put that in the family parlay, right? We're not gonna put in the family parlay because I'm on the drop in, but TWTea, for I'm putting people in that that been here, type deal. But TWTea 1-3, and that's a pretty good bet too. Like I like the chances of that happening. Right? I may have to slide that in there, right? But we gonna keep it moving. I know y'all not overly familiar with TWTea. We can't just throw his money line in there, right? Just to add a little fluff because he literally don't add nothing at minus 8,000. So what's the right time? I'll wait up the card. Josh Kelly fights too, right? Well, can't really bet the Josh Kelly fight. Don't have really the best betting odds. I don't see the wait. My bad. I skipped it. We'll work our way up. Callum Simpson should win it. Callum Simpson is growing on me a little bit, right? He fighting an undefeated guy. I think Callum Simpson. Those are two different cards too. I'm finna see. I'm looking at the fight card now. I'm seeing. So we got Sunday taken care of. So have y'all been keeping up with the family parlay? Your TWTea is his own card, and Nakatani is his own card. I feel they both been in two different motherfucking parts of the world, right? So both those main events we got taken care of. Some is I had to do work on his opponent though. right? Had to do some work on his opponent. I've been texting the wrong number too from J Gill now. I think, but had to do some work on his opponent. Even Zuko. Zuko, right, is the guy that I had to look. Calvin Smith, 17-0. Calvin Smith knocked out somebody like last year that I didn't think I thought he was gonna win, but I didn't think he was gonna knock him out. He ended up knocking him out. Who was that? Steve might knock Steve Woodall ass out in the second round. Came back, got a fifth round knockout after that. Beat Zach Chelly on the points, right? So his last couple fights, he's been stepping up each time. So you got to respect that. And he's fighting another guy, 21-0. This time, right? So he's continuing to step up. 21-0, 18 KO. Zuko's last fight, he won by knockout in the second round. That this fight is probably not going to go the distance in Zuko. Right? This fight not to go the distance in the family parlay, right? Not going to stick it in here. We not going everybody is going to be pissed off about if I put him in the family parlay. So we not going to put him in there, right? Because I do think he gonna win, but I'm not overly confident enough to stick him in there against this undefeated guy who I don't know a whole lot about myself. Right now, he might go in there, he might dust his ass up and knock him off, which I'm still going to bet on my own. Just not gonna put it in the family joint. So if you've been keeping up with the family parlay right now, right, we got 6 legs in here, right? Keyshawn money line, Kelvin money line, Troy Isley money line, Delonte Tiger Johnson money line, Juntao Nakatani money line, Abdullah Mason to win by knockout under 3.5 rounds, right? So that's the 6 piece that we got. And that is at plus 319. So right now, we got 6 leg and 10 will win us $41 right now, right? So our 10 to win us 41. But we go keep it moving, right? Adam Azim is going to fight. Adam Azim is going to win. His odds not really worth, that much. Not going to stick him in there. Prince O'Leary is going to beat Liam Dillon, right? His odds not really worth that much. Not gonna stick him in there. Right. We got Morad Aliv versus Labanat. I'm gonna mess up his last name, so I ain't even gonna try to see. It's one of them funky ass names. XOXHOXHAJ. I'm not even finna try to say that. I'm gonna say his first name, Libanat. I got Aliv over Libanat, but not really the most familiar with them two. That's most definitely gonna have to be a fight that I deep dive in depth on. I looked over it on the surface and I still haven't came with, up with enough, watched a little film. I looked at them, still hadn't came up with it, kind of like Callum Simpson and the other dude. Although I think Callum Simpson is gonna win his fight, right? Just don't know how. I wouldn't be against putting Callum Simpson money line in there, right? But I'm not gonna stick it in the family parlay. We're not gonna stick Callum Simpson in there at money 650, fuck up everybody's shit, right? Nor am I sticking this Alavia dude in there and fucking up our shit because we don't know who the hell he is, right? Mark Jeffers and Sean Hemp here, right? I'm very familiar with Mark Jeffers. Now, while his money line not worth a whole lot, familiarity, I know that he's going to win this fight, right? He got about the same money line as Tiger Johnson, right? So I am taking Jeffers to win this fight, right? And I do think Jeffers gets him out of there with a KO, TKO style knockout. Now, they have dropped odds on that, or maybe they have. Let's check FanDuel real quick. Let's check the Jeffers fight. See if they got Jeffers KO, what the money look like on that. Yep, they do. Plus 140. So they think Jeffers is going the distance with Sean Hempier. I don't. Jeffers on the line. Jeffers KO is how I'm rocking it. I like that plus 140. Hold on real quick. I gotta activate something. All right, okay, I'm back, but I digress. But hello. Yeah, my bad, y'all. My bad, my bad. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. But yeah, let's get to it. We go. So we got Mark Jeffers. We go take him on the money line, family. Y'all, I'm back in Mark Jeffers. I'm confident putting my money on Mark Jeffers to win that fight. So we got Mark Jeffers to win. I'm putting him in there. That's one of my calls on the family. Right. The rest of the family parlay probably gonna be my call, and I'm not putting nothing that I halfway feel bad about. Right. And we taking all money lines. Right. So we ain't gotta worry about a knockout or points, except for with Abdullah Mason with that under. Abdullah Mason under 3.5 is giving us the value. Abdullah Mason under 3.5 is giving us the value in our family parlay. And I'm A-okay with that because Abdullah Mason is going to knock dude out. That dude been knocked out twice in the second round by prospects who Abdullah Mason are better than, I think, at least. Right? Him and Cheese is wasn't wet, right? But he got knocked out in the second round by Cheese. He got knocked out in the second round by Nestor Mercado, who I think is good. I rate all those dudes high, but I rate Abdullah Mason even higher than those two. Maritala and Mercado, right? So if they knocking them out in the second, Abdullah Mason gonna knock that boy out in the first, right? So we got Abdullah Mason under 3.5. That's the only method we got in there, and I'm A-okay with that. I'm A-okay with that. That should be a quick method, right? That should be a quick method. But I digress. Mike Perez versus Stephen Ward. I think that's gonna be a good fight too. Stephen Ward is coming off an upset win, right? Mike Perez is a good goddamn fighter. I think he's a Cuban guy, right? Nice little Cuban. He's getting older, right? And if he's 39 on paper, ain't no telling how old he really is, right? I think they low key trying to set Stephen Ward up to maybe beat Mike Perez. Mike Perez is good, but he's getting up there in age. 96% of the money is on Mike Perez, and I don't blame it. But something tells me that if that's a close fight, with so much of the money being on Mike Perez, with I think Stephen Ward being their guy, actually, I think they may be more inclined to want to give Stephen Ward that fight, right? So I'm not gonna put Mike Perez in the family parlay, although I do think Mike Perez is going to win, right? We got Rice Edwards versus Thomas Isamba, right? I think this is gonna be a pretty good fight here. Isamba gave a pretty good showing in his last fight. I wish they had like a over and under or a distance or something like that in this fight. They don't, which sucks. You know what I mean? Because that's what I would play, right? I do think Rice Edwards wins, but I don't have enough confidence in Rice Edwards to be putting him in the family parlay. He pop out shit. Then I got to explain to y'all why I even put Rice Edwards in there to begin with. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to put Rice Edwards in the family parlay, right? We're not gonna do it, but I do think Rice Edwards wins. So if you don't see me drop it in the chat, that means that I didn't put it in the family parlay. And if you see two things up there, family, that means the first one is the one that I put in the family parlay, right? So we got 7 fights in the family parlay so far. We at plus 361. All right. Davis money line. Davis money line. You didn't hear a repeat. Kevin Davis money line. Keyshawn Davis money line. Troy Isley, money line. Delonte Johnson, money line. Nakatani, money line. Mark Jeffers, money line. Abdullah Mason under 3.5. That's where we at right now. It gets the plus 361. So right now, our 10 will win us 46. Your 100 will win you 461. Right? We gonna keep it moving. We gonna keep it moving. The fights for today is where we gonna add a lot of value to our parlay, right? So let's keep going, y'all. Let's keep going. Um, we got this Red Johnson and Harry Collision. The Red Johnson dude is going to beat Harry Collision. Red Johnson is undefeated 10-0. Harry Collision is 3-2. I will be extremely surprised if he lose to Harry Collision, but I never bet on this Red Johnson dude before. Just did homework, just watched film. So I'm not gonna put a first timer in my bet at -1,000 and fuck up the family parlay, right? Frankie Stringer should beat the hell out of Kane Baker. He -1,800. Can't really do much with him. Nelson, Hassa, and Patrick Corte. Nelson Hassa should knock Patrick Corte the fuck out, but at -1,800, two heavyweights, not worth the risk really for me, right? So not gonna add that to the family parlay either, but I do think Hassa should get the win in that one. Right? Moving right along, we got Umar Khan, which is Amir Khan's nephew, right? He's going to win -8,000. Can't really use that. We got Jack Williams. He going to win his fight -5,000. Can't really use that. We got, now these are the Saturday morning fights, right? So we didn't work ourselves all the way up from Sunday morning to Saturday night. Now we done made our way to Saturday morning, right? It's a bunch of -3,000, -4,000, -5,000 fights that we not gonna use, but I'm running down a winner, right? Sam Gelly's going to win. Lily Winch is going to win. Billy Adams is going to win. Ellis Price is going to win. Sam Hickey is going to win. -8,000, -5,000, -4,000, -3,000, -3,000, -5,000, -8,000. None of those we could use. -1,800, -1,800, -1,100, -10,000. Literally 10,000. Can't use those. So they gonna win. Can't use them. Throw them out. Let's get to today. Today's card, right? The main event is a heavyweight bout, right? Brandon Moore and Stanley Wright. Stanley Wright is the guy that just beat Jeremiah. What's his name? Jeremiah, black heavyweight with the dreads, Franklin. He just beat Jeremiah Franklin. Did Stanley Wright upset Jeremiah Franklin? I should add. Pop my motherfucking parlay. Jeremiah Franklin and Stanley Wright fight is the reason that I'm being so cautious with putting these, guys that I think should win, but they're still 50-50 fights in these parlays. Jeremiah Franklin and Stanley Wright is part of the reason why I bet the way I do bet right now, right? Just got burnt on the jump, right? I needed Jeremiah Franklin to bring me home, and Stanley Wright fucking beat him, right? Stanley Wright is facing Brandon Moore. Stanley Wright is undefeated. I'm about to bring these guys box rec up because I want to do this the right way. Now, we may or may not end up using this fight. I'm going into this fight because I personally want to know my goddamn self which way that I'm going with this one, right? Two heavyweights, Stanley Wright. I told you, just upset me the last time. Right? I better against him last time he fought in. He won. He's fighting Brandon Moore. Brandon Moore, 17-1, 10 KOs, 31 years old, from Lakeland, Florida. He just he's coming off a win versus Skylar Lacey. Before that, Miguel Vittori. Before that, guy never heard of, and he got knocked. Did Brandon Moore. That was a top ranked card, right? The black dude that Richard Torres fought, that was buff as hell. He was real slow. Fighting Stanley Wright. Brandon Moore, 17-1. Stanley Wright, 14-0, 11 KOs. Brandon Moore had 17 fights with 10 KOs. 34 years old, 6 foot from Charlotte. Looked like he was ready to go in that German. Ready to get hit. He was so scared of what was coming back. He didn't even ready to gas in that fight. If Brandon Moore Moore has the gas tank to beat Stanley Wright in outboxing. We bet this fight. I'm most definitely going to bet on Wright by himself as the underdog to bet it. Don't bet Brian Moore. Just throw a little something on Stanley Wright. Do that. I'm not betting this fight, not putting this fight in the, but we digress. That's the main event on the fight card today. The co-main event, James Pagan versus James Brennan. Pagan versus Brennan. Right? Pagan versus Brennan. I bet on and won money with before. This is a bit of a step-up fight for not knocking anybody out. He's from Detroit, Michigan, one of Clarissa Shields guys. 25 years old, stands at 5'10". His last fight was a UD win over Ronell Run. His first name Ronell, his last name Run, right? Ronell Run. Fight before that, he beat Haskins Rhodes. All right, Roger Healy was 13-0. He outboxed him, beat a guy, Brulio Rodriguez, right, 20-7. So not the most extensive resume from either of these guys. James Brennan Dunn, that the other one fought. Brennan Dunn is 5'7". He's from Haiti, fighting out of Pennsylvania. 13-1 with 6 KOs. He fought Matt Conway, won by majority decision. Right before that, split decision win over Johnny Spell. UD win before that, and he lost to Ivastan Falco and Ivan Drenis. I'm taking James Pagan in this fight, right? I think James Pagan wins this fight by decision. They don't have odds out for James Pagan yet, but James Pagan money line is like minus 500 or something like that. Not the greatest, but I'm confident enough in James Pagan to where we are going to throw him in the family parlay. This fight is today, by the way. This is today, right? So this is today, right? So the fights that we just went through are, tomorrow and Sunday. This is today, right? So we go take Pagan on the line. You can only do money line, right? So Pagan on the money line, family, right? So you can see what he look like. Hold on. Right, Pagan on the my bad, y'all. Pagan Pagan on the money line, right? I think James Brennan Dunn, he's a little older. He's a lot smaller. I think Pagan will be able to use his boxing skills and get, to the cards. By chance, I think Pagan, I've seen him box enough guys. I think his intangibles will be a foe. Anybody that just gives him the elite advantage over Pagan. I think everybody he's fought, Pagan probably handles. Maybe not easily, but I mean Matt Conway did box him tough, right? From Pennsylvania. Matt Conway, a little better than Conway. So I think Pagan gets the win, right? So Pagan on Russia Shields, guys. We bet on Pagan blue eye shits. We go run it back. I think box side, athletic ability on the side, right? Joshua Pagan for the win, and we will be adding him to the family parlay. Right now that we've gotten to the fights for today, I'm gonna drop all those together so y'all can see what we're looking at in one parlay, right? We got Joseph Hicks versus Wendy Toussaint. Joseph Hicks many of times. I like Joseph Hicks style. Joseph Hicks is the guy. He could beat you on a point. He could knock you out. He's ready to go wherever that the fight goes, right? 12-0, 8 KOs, 31 years old from Grand Rapids, Michigan. 31 years old. He just knocked out Keon Papillon, right? Great for him. That's a fight I had him winning by on the cards, and he knocked him out. I bet a money line, right? But end up knocking Papillon out. Great fucking knockout by Hicks. I think Hicks is rolling right now. I think Hicks is as good as he's gonna be. Maybe after isn't right. You know, I have 10 seconds. He fought up against after the buck. I think Hicks is able to outbox him. Hicks is a little taller than him, right? Got a couple inches on him, couple inches in reach on him, right? So I think that's going to be, advantage Hicks, which gives me more confidence, right, in the pick. We getting decent fight odds on it, minus 400, right? And got James Pagan, and we got Joseph Hicks. Both of these are Clarissa Shields fight card, by the way. Cruz DeJohn is going to be fighting on her as well, right? And this next what we got at the end of this too. We got Antonio Perez versus Alex Martin, right? Two names, maybe they're familiar. We got Perez and Martin. I think this is a different card, right? But fight is good enough for us to break down. But we're going to do the fights on this card first, and we'll come back to Perez and Martin. Franchon Cruz DeJohn fights today as well, y'all, right? She fights Catalina Ortiz. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm overly familiar with her opponent, but I tell you this. Her opponent is 4-1. And ain't nobody 4-1 beat Franchon Cruz DeJohn. I tell you that. But, I think I know who this is. I know who this is. Yeah, she not gonna beat French. I know who this is. Yeah, French on Cruz DeJohn gonna win her fight. She minus 1,600, right? So it's not really much that we could do with French on. But French on is going to win her fight, right? Ortiz is not going to be. I do know who Ortiz is. Ortiz had a lot of hype at first, and then she ended up winning the fight that she probably lost, and then she rematched the girl, and then she lost outright. So I do remember this Ortiz chick. She not being French on Cruz DeJohn. French Cruz is minus 1,600, and it's for a reason. Fresh on is going to win, but we can't really parlay her, right? And then we got Bryce Mead versus Aaron Aponte. I think this fight is way too close of a fight. Minus 1,000 odds is crazy. Maybe if we could have got Bryce Mills at minus 300 or something like that, which I think he should be like maybe minus 300, minus 400, right? We would have took him, but we're not going to take Bryce Mills at minus 1,000, especially fighting Aaron Aponte. I'm actually tempted to take Aaron Aponte in the upset. You know what I mean? Aponte is one of those pro box guys, right? So I know exactly what he brings. Bryce Mills, I've seen him fight a few times. I know what he brings. right? We can't get the over or under or distance or anything like that on this. We can only go money line. I'm not comfortable taking Bryce Mills at minus 1,000 over Aaron Aponte. He may win. Not comfortable with the money line. If I was to play it, maybe I put Aponte and Stanley Wright together on the underdog Hail Mary play or something like that. That's the only way I would bet it. Not going to bet it. My pick would be Bryce Mills. But if I was betting it, all the values with Aponte, so I'm not gonna mess with that fight. Most definitely not gonna put it in our family parlay. Right? We got Lozado versus Carmen Vegas, right? Minus 1,600. Lozado is making her second fight. She's a talented amateur, but she didn't really do good in the amateur, in the Olympics like they thought she would. So she went pro, right? 1-0 in the pros. She's fighting Carmen Vegas. Carmen Vegas has the experience on her. That's a fight that I would stay away from. And minus 1,600 really not worth the play. The value is with Carmen Vegas. My pick is Lazada. Not going to bet it at minus 1,600. The Valet Smith versus Antonio Todd. If I could get methods on this fight, I would take the Valet Smith by knockout. Right, I do think that the Valet Smith is going to win that fight again. No methods to that, which would be the only playable way. He's minus 1,800 on some books, minus 1,600 on this book. I think he's going to kill him. Right. The Valet Smith is going to win that fight probably by knockout. Then you got Price Taylor at minus 4,000 versus Ed Fountain. Price Taylor go knock that dude out. And you got Josh Kelly versus Flavas Biel. And Josh Kelly is probably going to win that fight, but he's minus 3,500, right? So we got 9 fights in here. We at plus 557. Now I'm about to go through, right, those fights that we deemed unusable. Some of those fights we deemed unusable with people that we know are going to win their fights, right? Like the Valet Smith minus 1,800 is ugly, right? But at this point, with us only taking money lines, right, we're going to throw him in there because I know he's going to win for a fact, right? We're going to throw Franchon Cruz Dijon in there, minus 1,600. It's ugly, but you add both, then they both bring us $10. You know what I mean? So we go add her in there as well. She's going to win her fight. The Valet Smith is going to win his fight. Now let's go to Antonio Perez versus Alec Martin, right? This is going to be a different card. Antonio Perez, I like him. I seen this fight. Alec Martin is a tough dude too. Alec Martin is the fighter you put in there with your fighter to see, do he got a little heart, right? Alex Martin is a crafty vet, one of the regional scene, like regional scene. Like one of the best regional scene guys you can find. Like again, he beat everybody on the regional scene. But he may not beat, the good to top guys. Right? So Alex Perez is a guy that I like. He's out of Pennsylvania too. We got a fight on his hands with Alex Martin. Alex Martin he is going to come to fight Alex Perez. You know, UD in his last this. I also -5. Do one hell of a fight, man. 35 games, and so this guy is pretty much majority. I'm probably about 7-0. This scared me through AB losing a lot of these rounds in these fights, but he's real uncomfortable. You know what I mean? He's fighting another prospect and Antonio Perez. If Antonio Perez ain't ready, he's going to lose this fight. So that's why I'm really right, because it's Alex Martin, man. I don't want to have a heart attack. I want no heart attacks in this parlay. Right now, I got no heart attack in this parlay, not even a half a heart attack. Everybody that I got in here, I feel like they win comfortably. Right? So we added Frenchon, we added the valet. I'm going down to see if anybody else at minus like 18. I want to mess with, not gonna mess with the heavyweight. Frankie Stringer is going to beat the hell out of Kane Baker. Right. He's at 18, so let's go see. I'm just looking at fights that I deemed unusable, but that I'm overly confident that guys go win. What we're doing now is we're just adding them for value to keep as well, right? We're gonna do a shorter one too, but we're gonna do the money line jump. We go do the money line jump. Right? No heart. All right, shout out my boy Caleb Plant, man. My boy Caleb Plant broke my heart last week. We needed Caleb Plant money line, and we would have cashed last week. My boy lost. Frankie Stringer 9-1 KO. No power, no power. He's fighting Kane Baker 19-12 now. Every time I seen Kane Baker fight, he loses. But somewhere along the line, Kane Baker had a draw before that. He beat a guy 106. And then he lost to a guy, right? So he's not going to go to add us another $5 to this lay on the money line, right? Now this Red Johnson guy, I have never seen him fight before, right? The guy he's fighting is 3-2, right? 3-2. Unfamiliarity, fighting a guy 3-2. You should win, like you should beat him. I looked at him on tape and whatnot. You should beat him, right? 8-0 versus 3-2. We clearly know the guy that's being pushed, right? The 8-0 guy. Right? The 8-0 guy. His last fight was against a guy 0-6. Before that, against a guy 6-50. 2-2. 0-65. 3-19. So effectively, Harley Collision at 3-2 is the best opponent that he's faced to this date. 3-2, no knockouts, never been stopped. Oh Lord. I'm not fucking with that. We gonna pass on that. We gonna pass on that. We got Rice Edwards versus Thomas Usamba. Now these odds aren't greatly terrible, for like -8,000. This is a -650. But the thing with this is I know Thomas Usamba, his 14-9 record, he's a lot better than that record says. He's 37 years old, right? He just beat Shane Jackson. He lost to Charlie Ward. Some people think Charlie Ward, proven. Don't really Issa Summer. Peter McGrail is a pretty good self in people, right? Steve won it. Mike Perez hasn't lost in a long time. Fighters do get old out of nowhere though. So we just go keep it moving, right? We go skip Perez. Pierce O'Leary, right? I think Pierce O'Leary is going to be Liam Dillon. Liam Dillon is a tough guy. I just don't think I think Liam Dillon is straight up and down. I think Prince O'Leary is a lot better than Liam Dillon. Actually, Liam Dillon is very easy to hit. So we'll add Prince O'Leary in here. The odds are terrible, but to get us to where we going, we'll add Prince O'Leary. And I think Prince O'Leary should beat Liam Dillon. That's a main event Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Then we got Callum Smith. Then we got Fabio Wardley and Honey. Those fight, it's the 21-0 with Callum Smith that's scaring me. The guy that he fighting, I do think Callum Simpson wins his fight though. Not Callum Smith. My bad. I do think Callum Simpson wins his fight though. It's the 21-0 that's scaring me, right? So we're not gonna stick that in there. Right? So we at plus 746, fam. All right, Justice Pilato. Justice Pilato fighting on that pro box card. Justice Pilato is going to win. I think Pilato is going to win fairly easy as well. We skipped that one because of the odds, right? Minus 1,400. We go slide that one in here because I think that's a relatively easy win, right? So, boom, Justice Pilato, right? They get us to plus 800. I 10 to win us 90. We got straight money lines in here, yo. Okay. And one Abdullah Mason prop. All right, so I feel like we can't beat this with a stick right here. I got 14 fights. So this is what we got. We got 14 fights. We got all money lines, y'all. So, as far as distance and, distance and knockouts and shit, because our winners be right, right? Our winners are right. What we be fucking up sometimes is, the outcomes of the fight. We'll take a guy by knockout. He should have won points. We only got one of those in here. And the one we got in here is Abdullah Mason. Right? Abdullah Mason knockout under 4 rounds. Right? So we got how many fights from today? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 fights from today. Right, so we got Keyshawn Davis, Kelvin Davis, we got Keyshawn Davis money line, Kelvin Davis money line. And this is just our first parlay, y'all. Like, we got more bets come. This is just our first one. We got singles and shit like that. I like Tiger Johnson knockout on his own. Right. We got Troy Isley money line. We got Tiger Johnson money line. I think Tiger Johnson gets a KO. Right. His KO TKO was plus 250. I like that. I see a spot. I see a spot with that. Right. But we got him on the money line. We got Mason under 3.5 rounds. KO. We got Juntao Nakatani money line. I think he gets a knockout too, though. Right? We got Mark Jeffers, money line. And today, right, we got James Pagan on the money line. We got Hicks. On the money line, Smith and Franchon Cruz. Right, then we got Stringer. Then we got Stringer money line, O'Leary money line, and Pilato. I don't see a loss in here, man. I don't see a loss in here. Maybe you Tiger Johnson got the most. Kelvin Johnson, Kelvin Davis, Keyshawn Davis, Tiger Johnson, maybe. Outside of those three, bro. But I'm confident in all of them, really. And I'm just going like off, maybe opponent wise. Maybe they got the best opponents. Those three got the best opponents, right? But after that, everybody else should really dog walk their opponents. And I think Tiger Johnson go stop Boca Chica. I think Boca Chica getting stopped. Is that 14? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But they get us the plus 806 right there. And this straight boxing. All right. So now in this show, I got UFC bare-knuckle and one championship show to do. All right. So let's see. Let's get it right. So that's our money line, John, right there. I like that. All right, so I like that one. So let's take Mason under 3.5. All right. Mason under 3.5. Now you can do Tiger Johnson knockout on his own. All right, but let's go. Mason under 3.5. Let's see if that's on FanDuel. Nakatani KO. They don't get that on. And I ain't never been the same, baby. And do you roll? Make money. But so I made that. I made that family joint. It's above me. Oh, actually, I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna have to listen to it. Bet. So Mason under 3.5. Uh, let's go Davis. Points. And let's go. So Mason on 3.5. Tiger knockout. Davis points. That's a nice little parlay for y'all right there, man. If y'all within the sound of my voice, I ain't gonna drop it in the chat because those people be waiting. They be waiting for dropping. I ain't gonna drop it in the chat. But this is my family parlay, y'all. We got Keyshawn money line, Kelvin money line, Troy Isley money line, Tiger Johnson money line, Nakatani money line, Jeffers money line, Pagan, Hicks, The Valley, Franchon Cruz. That's today. Money line. Stringer, O'Leary, Pilato, money line. Nakatani is Sunday. Nakatani is Sunday. Right, we got 4 fights today, fam. 4 fights today. So I'm gonna get up out here, man. Y'all catch me on the UFC side. Skinner Holloway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. But this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love. I love that Tiger Johnson knockout at plus 250. I love that Abdullah Mason under 3.5 rounds. Those are my two favorite bets. Tiger Johnson KO, Abdullah Mason under 3.5 rounds.